In the past, Mash was born without the ability to use magic, which was a significant problem in his society where magic was highly valued. Those who could use magic had a distinct mark on their faces, while those without the mark were disposed of and faced difficulty blending in. However, over the years, the marginalized child Mash managed to overcome these challenges, training himself and becoming physically strong. Lance emerged victorious in his battle against Worth, the third Fong of Major Lupus, while Mash showcased his thunderous fighting style to defeat the second Fong of Magical Lupus. Now, it's time for Finn and Dot to face each other in the next round. Dot, a skilled fighter, is up against Finn, who is not experienced in combat. Meanwhile, Rain finds himself walking in the dimly lit basement, nearing the end of a tunnel. In a surprising turn of events, he points his finger towards the floor, causing it to open and reveal a series of glowing words engraved underneath. Even in the darkness, anyone can read them. Finn and Dot stand in the fighting zone, where they are approached by Love, the third Fong of Magical Lupus. Unlike the other Fangs, Love appears pleasant and cute, donning a pink dress with wide blue eyes. Without wasting any time, Love introduces herself to Finn and Dot. In a drowsy tone, she asks them if they love her. Dot hesitates, unsure of his feelings after just meeting Love. However, Love persists and demands an answer. Dot confides in Finn, revealing that he is already engaged to his fiancée Lemon, and marrying Love would not be acceptable. He sincerely apologizes to Love for not being able to marry her. Dot is surprised at himself for divulging this information to Love and refusing her proposal, especially when it wasn't even a question. On the other hand, Finn remains silent, choosing not to involve himself in the situation with Love. Disappointed by Dot's rejection, Love's emotions spiral out of control. She transforms her cute demeanor into a harsher, heavier voice, directing her anger towards Dot. Love declares that if Dot cannot love her, he deserves nothing but death. Finn and Dot now find themselves in a precarious situation, knowing that rejecting a beautiful girl like Love can have dire consequences. Love believes that all girls should be treated equally and anyone who fails to show affection and love deserves a brutal end. She gives Finn and Dot one last chance to express their love for her, offering them the opportunity to live. If they choose to love her, she will spare their lives. However, if they refuse, they must prepare to die. Love is resolute in not accepting a no as an answer. Dot finds Love incredibly attractive and struggles to resist her charms. However, he reiterates that he is committed to his fiancée Lemon. With an apologetic tone, Dot humbly asks Love for forgiveness, explaining that he cannot marry her. Love grows furious and, without warning, throws a ball of fire towards Dot and Finn. Dot knows that Love's double-liner magic is lethal and difficult to avoid. As Love's anger escalates, she proclaims that all girls are queens and those who fail to treat them with love and affection deserve death. Love now believes that Dot and Finn must perish. Before Love can execute her deadly intentions, Dot devises a plan. With his knowledge of magic, Dot realizes that Love's anger can be subdued. He redirects her attention towards the floor, momentarily distracting her. Taking advantage of the situation, Finn confronts Love and questions her motives. Love, caught off guard, reverts to her cute demeanor. She explains to Finn that her father has granted her the authority to kill anyone who rejects her. Suddenly, Dot gets thrown by a blue beam of light from Love's spear, rendering him unconscious. Finn demands an explanation from Love, but she reveals that she never intended to harm Dot with the explosion. Love points her wand at, preparing to unleash a devastating beam of magic. However, Dot surprises Love by using his own explosive magic to cancel out her attack. Love is taken aback, as she did not expect such skill from a student. She then notices a unique crossmark on Dot's forehead, a birthmark indicating his ability to fight the most powerful demons. Love realizes that Dot possesses hidden powers that can be unleashed when he is enraged. Dot wields the mysterious weapon, Era Cruz, which has the ability to engulf everything in flames. Love becomes terrified, but Dot assures her that he does not wish to harm her. Just as Finn prepares to verbally applaud his friend on the win, Milo interrupts with a quick attack, but Barrett jumps in and takes the hit, knocking Finn back down to safety. The fourth Thong steps up, berating Love for not being able to deal with what he sees as trash, but low-key. Both of them be looking like a fake, Cosmo and Wanda. The redhead is not sure he can take on such a strong opponent in his current state. Love further points out that Milo is a genius, as he is the only first-year student among the Magia Lupus. He launches a stone hand attack at the lads, but as they approach a sword, comes flying from the door and introduces itself without permission to his gut immediately. He looks up to see who started such an attack, and real fear washes across his face when he sees the person. He wonders why such a person is in the basement. Milo explains that Rain is a divine visionary. Milo is frightened that such a high-level mage has joined the fray. He tries to explain it, pointing out that Rain is still a student just like him. He knows that he doesn't stand a chance, so he tries to reason with him but uses it as a cover to make a sneak attack, but the ace just cuts it in half with ease. This only annoys Rain, who calls Milo a piece of trash before he sends a sea of blades. Faced with such crushing power, the fourth Fong wonders, if Rain is a student, the newbie rains out a hail of swords on him. Barrett watches in wonder, as he gets to witness, just a glimpse of what a visionary is magically capable of after seeing that Love quickly takes her magia lupus gear and notes on how she wants to defect to Adler. Rain doesn't even trust the words of scum like him and thinks that it is best to teach Milo's type through pain. With this harsh lesson, they will never consider making the same mistake again. The visionary stops for a moment and asks his juniors to get out of the basement. He will get the facts out of Milo, they don't fight with the order and just leave. As directed, Finn admits that Ryan is his bigger brother to Barrett's shock. Everyone goes, and so does the visionary. It seems like a character called Innocent. Zero has his pawns at the school. He is certain that they are hiding their powers to hide. His thoughts are broken when he sees Mash arriving from behind with great pressure around him, but he can't feel any magic coming from the cream puff eater. He suspects that Mash is one of Innocent Zero's men, so he stops to face the magical student. The visionary takes his wand as he tells him that he will make the probe quick at this point. Mash is confused as to what is going on after Rain whips out a creature that measures one's true magic power. Rain plans to use this to determine Mash's real level, which will make clear if he's a student or a fake. The creature brags that it has identified the power of thousands of magic users. If he's a normal magic user, he will be let go as soon as Mash says. His hesitation to join Rain doesn't pause and fires one of his swords at him, but the magical student stops it with his 2 fingers. All the while the thing starts to measure his magic power. Mash kindly wants to know why he's suddenly fighting and tells him that is dangerous and cruel. Rain thinks that he didn't use magic. The power measuring thing starts to get scared when its number comes out. As Zero, it just takes it as a mistake. The visionary is a little shocked that the creature can't pick up any power. Rain decides to increase his attack rate, a little, which calls more blades. They quickly attack Mash again as it looks like they have pierced him. However, upon careful study, the amazing student uses it to make a chair to sit on. Rain is surprised that he managed to do such a thing. The monster does a second scan and it still comes out as 0. This confuses the thing to the point where it freezes, but the 0 number just proves to the visionary that Mash isn't using magic. It means that he is not one of Innocent Zero's men, but Rain wants to test him one more time. He raises his spell to 10 and fires at the cream puff eater. The spider watches on, saying that Mash is finished because the visionary doesn't use this level against students. The monster is shocked to see Mash holding one of the swords and using it for practice, swings before taking a bunting stance as the blades jet towards him. The spider sweats in shock as Mash bonds all of Rain's attacks and comments on how dangerous that was. The visionary scoffs at what he has just witnessed before asking Mash for his name when he gives his full country. He remembers the director telling him of a new kid and explains his unique situation. The old-timer praised the strong heart of the student and pleads for Rain to look after him. The visionary apologizes for the rudeness when he sees that he stands before that student. Mash doesn't accept his apology initially, but he relaxes a little when he's given a magic kerchief that will heal his wounds. The 2 blood figures stare at each other for a moment before Mash thanks him for it. Rain warns him to be careful. If he's going after Abel, Mash is shocked that he knows, but his senior tells him that the headmaster told him that Mash wanted to be a divine visionary. This will mean that he will naturally have to face Abel, since the guy is one of the candidates to win it. Currently, his doll magic far exceeds what's needed of a student. He admits being surprised that Mash could block his magic with his bare hands, but without any magic. He is sure that he's going to have a tough time. Mash tries to lie that he can use magic. Rain knows he's capping, so he just continues to explain that Abel holds the most coins in the school, so beating him will increase Ash's chance of becoming this year's divine visionary. Since their world has so many problems, Rain wants strong partners who can stand on their own. He tells Mash to achieve his goal, even if it kills him. Rain casually leaves. After his information dump, Mash thanks him and is sure that his boss is a good guy at heart. Mash proceeds to face Abel but breaks the door again while entering. The head of the Magia Lupus comments on it as they prepare to fight. That brings the story to an end.